Dear friends, you know that in the previous video we were discussing about the phrase in the class, and in that class you completed your phrase, the definition of the phrase and how to know about the phrase in a single sentence. Today we're going to again to that side, but today's topic is discussing about the clause. Dear friends, clause is also a group of words in a sentence, or we may say simply that clause is a part of sentence where there is a subject in a verb, where there is a subject, a verb and a predicate, or we may simply say that the group of words in a single sentence where there is the subject and the predicate. In other words, I may say that the group of words in a sentence are the part of a sentence which has its own subject as well as a predicate, which has its own subject as well as a verb. That part of sentence is called a clause. Now, as you know that in the previous video, as you came to know that the phrase is the group of words in the same sentence where there is no subject and no verb, and they are able to give us a sense, but the sense in those words is not a complete sense. So those are the phrase. Now, except phrasal words, or except those words which are phrase, the first or the second part or the remaining part we may say where there is a subject in a verb, or I may say where there is the subject or the predicate is called a clause. Come here, this is the definition of the clause, that the group of words contains the subject and a predicate and forms a part of sentence is called a clause, and forms a part of sentence. And forms a part of sentence means that the group of words which is the part of the sentence, not out of the sentence, but in the sentence, or the group of words which is the part of a single sentence or of the same sentence where there is the phrase to is called a clause. So the group of words contains a subject. One thing must is subject. There should be a subject, there should be a verb, and there should be a predicate. That part is called a clause. The part of sentence with subject and verb is called a clause. Okay? The same here, we said that the part of sentence or the group of words where there is the subject and the predicate. So in the predicate there would be the verb. So I may say that the part of sentence where there is a subject and a verb is called a clause, and which give us, along with the predicate, which give us a complete meaning, which where there is a sense and the sense is completed, which is able to give us a complete meaning and is able to give us a complete sense. That part of sentence is called a clause. Dear friends, now look at this example. She has bangles which are made of silver. Just thinking deep in this model sentence, she has bangles. She has bangles which are made of silver, which are made of silver. Now we will think deep in these words. There are two groups of words are there. Now, which group of words has a subject and has a predicate? If the part where there is a subject and a predicate, that part would be the clause. Now come to look and come to think deep in this sentence. She has bangles. She has bangles which are made of silver, which are made of silver. Now if we think deep in the second part of this sentence, here one word used, which. So in this part of sentence here, in this part of sentence, which is a subject, which has been used as a subject in this part of sentence. Which is a subject, are made of silver, are made of silver. Now, are made, and along with this, of silver, are made of silver. Which in this part of sentence, which is a subject, are made of silver, is a predicate. Are made of silver is a predicate. And in one video, if you remember, we have discussed the subject part and the predicate. If you again, those who are new in our channel, kindly go to that video where there is the topic or the title of the video is the subject and the predicate. In that video you will come to know that what is meant by predicate and how we can understand about the predicate, or in other words I may say that how we can introduce the predicate part of a sentence Then after you will understand you. Now look at which are made of silver. So which is a subject as well as are made of silver is a predicate. Understand? So here again go to that side that the part of sentence are the group of words where there is a subject and a verb is called a class. The part of sentence are the group of words in the same sentence where there is the subject and the predicate is called a class. In this sentence, now here in this sentence we have shown that here is the verb and this remaining part of the sentence is the predicate. So this is the class. In this sentence, here from to here, yani from which to silver, it is a class. It is a class. Are made of silver is a predicate, which is a subject, and the whole which are made of silver is a class. Okay. Now look at this this sentence. It is also the same as like that. She has bangles of silver. Here is which are made of silver, and here is of silver. So in this sentence, if we look deep, if we think deep, of silver is not a class. Of silver is a praise. This is a praise. Of silver is the praise, because here along with of silver there is isn't any other word as like subject to be used as subject. Now there is a verb in this part, so of silver is a praise, and here which are made of silver, this total part is a class. Now come to know that okay, the main thing which we have derived from this whole discussion is subject and predicate. So if there is subject and predicate, so that part of sentence is a clause. The part of sentence where there is a subject and a predicate is a class, right? Up to here, I think that you may understand. Now look at here, look to these model sentences. Again, we will go to think deep and to know that which part of these sentences is a predicate, is a class. So you can trust on the people who speak a lie. Who speak a lie. Now look at here, who. Who in this sentence, in this whole sentence, the subject means that the doer of the action. The doer of the action here is who. And speak is a verb, and a lie, this total a lie, if we apart a lie here from, so this will become a phrase. But if we will mix it, if we will join it with the remaining sentence, with the whole of the sentence, so who speak a lie, so who is a subject in this sentence, who is subject, okay, who is subject, and speak is verb, and ally, speak along with ally, this is the remaining part, or we may say that this is the predicate. If this is the predicate, so this portion of sentence, in the first sentence, you can trust in the people who speak a lie. In the second portion of the sentence, or in the second part of the sentence, there is a verb, there is a subject, there is a verb, and there is a predicate. Or we may say there is a subject and a predicate. So this part of sentence is a class, right? In the second sentence, in my point of view, she has made great issue. In my point of view, she had made great issue. In my point of view. This is another part, that is another discussion, that is another conversation. In my point of view. Come to here, to the main part of the sentence. She has made a great issue. She has made. She in this sentence, she is a subject, okay? If she is a subject, has is an auxiliary form or auxiliary verb. Here, made is the main word in this sentence. This is the main word, and a great issue here from here, a great issue. It is we may say that this is the predicate, and apart from it, we may say that this is the praise, because that can give us a meaning, but the meaning apartly the meaning of these three words will not be able to give us a complete meaning or a complete sense. But here I'm talking about the class. So dear friends, she is a subject, made is a verb, a great issue, made a great issue is a predicate. Made a great issue is a predicate. So the part of the sentence where which have a subject and a predicate is a clause, and this part of sentence has the subject and the predicate, so this is the clause. Or according to the second definition, the part of sentence which has a subject and a verb, so this is the subject and this is the verb and this is the total part, so this is the clause. Now look at this example, the sparrow sat on the wall. As in the previous video about the phrase, there also we discussed the same example, the sparrow sat on the wall. So on the wall, apartly, if we will apart it, so on the wall is a phrase. On the wall is a phrase. On one side, the sparrow sat. The sparrow is a subject. Set is a verb. Set is a verb. On the wall is the phrase. Now we will join on the wall with set. So set on the wall is a predicate. If we mix together, if we will join together this part of sentence, so we'll say that this part of sentence is predicate, because here is no subject, no verb, and the total sentence we may say that the sparrow sat. The sparrow sat. This is the subject, this is the verb, and that is the predicate. So this is the clause. The sparrow sat. The sparrow sat. Okay. The fish swam. The fish is a subject, swim is the verb. The fish is the subject and swim is the verb. So this part of sentence is a clause. Now if we will join these words too, partly these words are phrase words. This is the phrase. In the part is the phrase. But swim in the water is just like it. In the water is a phrase, but if we will join together swim in the water, so swim in the water is a predicate and the fish is the subject. So this sentence has the subject and this sentence has the predicate. So this is a clause. Dear friends, I parked the car in the car parking. I parked the car. I is the subject. Parked is the verb, the car is the object, and that is the remaining part of the sentence, or we may say the predicate. Here is the subject as well as the verb and the predicate in this sentence. So this is the clause. Dear friends, again, I will revise the words that the group of words are the part of a sentence where there is a subject and a verb is called a clause. Are the group of words and are the part of a sentence where there is the subject and the verb and is able to give us a complete meaning along with the predicate. So we will say that that is the clause. It's all about the clause. I am hopeful. I am very, very hopeful that you may understand you might understand about the clause and the phrase. Now the difference, how to differentiate the phrase and the clause. So the difference between the clause and the phrase is such like difference in clause and phrase. A part of sentence with subject and verb is a clause. A part of sentence with subject and verb, or in other words, a part of sentence with subject and predicate is a clause, and while the rest without subject and verb are phrase. The rest means that the remaining part of the sentence without subject and verb is the phrase. That is the difference between the phrase and the clause. So clause has a subject and a predicate, or clause has a subject and a verb. Clause has a subject and a verb, or clause has subject and predicate. This is the difference. As well as the phrase has no subject and no verb. The phrase has no subject, no verb. The clause has subject, verb and predicate. Understand? So that is the difference amongst phrase and clause. Dear friends, it is sufficient for today in this class. Inshallah, I will see you in the next video with another subject in English. Love English, speak English, practice English. I myself, I love English. I'm trying to speak with people English. If they are able to speak or not, but I am speaking with them in English. You also should follow the same rule, and inshallah you will make your English perfect and you will get experience, because by practice, you know that practice makes a man perfect. For today it is sufficient. See you in the next video.